Hi guys, how are you? So I've been promising that I would do a video on how I manifested my car, my Tesla, which I'm sitting in right now. And I of course wanted to film this video in my car, while in my car, and I just kept forgetting to do so. So I was just driving to the store right now and I was like, you know what? I should film my video on how I manifested my Tesla. So here I am in my car. It's a really, really gorgeous car. I'll get out and show you it from out here. I love it. I'm so happy with it. I'm still learning a lot about it because it's very high tech. And the main thing, one of the main things I love about it is it has a self-driving feature. So it actually can drive around like it's steering everything, and it's essentially full self-driving on the freeway, and it's starting to learn how to drive on the regular streets as well. So that's one of the features that's amazing, but there's many features about it that are amazing. Also, it's zero carbon emissions, so less pollution, which I really love about the Tesla. So anyways, let me tell you a little bit, and obviously this is a very different video than I've ever done before because you never see me in my car. So let me just tell you a little bit about how I manifested this car. And let me tune into it and think back. So I remember the first time that I decided I wanted a Tesla. And I was visiting a friend in San Francisco, and we were at a dinner party with some of her friends. And one of the women there was just talking about how she had just bought her Tesla and that her Tesla would drive her to work in the mornings. She lived in the East Bay. The Tesla would drive her over the Bay Bridge into San Francisco, park in its parking spot. And when my friend and I were driving home that night, I was like, was she, like, her car drives her to work? And she's like, yeah, like the Tesla has a self-driving feature. And I was like, oh my God, I want that car. And as I started to research Tesla more and more, I was like, oh yeah, definitely. That's like totally the car I want. So for, I'd say like a month, 2 months, maybe even 3 months, probably the first month after that, like the Tesla was really on my mind. And of course, what would start happening was I'd start seeing Teslas everywhere on the road. And I did a video about this. I'll link it above. I did a video about the difference between thinking of your desire and thinking from your desire. And I talk about the Tesla in this video. And I think I recorded that video in November or December. I released it much later than when I recorded it. So I was seeing Teslas all over the place, and, you know, so it was obviously being imprinted in my subconscious mind. I was obviously thinking about the Tesla. And then I had this really crazy experience happen where I was driving in a car, actually with my ex-boyfriend at the time. We actually had a really horrible night. We were broken up, and we had hung out one night, and it was a really bad night for us, for him and I, but we drove by a Tesla on the street, and we quickly drove by it. It was exactly the white Tesla with the white interior, which at this point I already knew that I wanted. So this is a few months into me deciding I wanted a Tesla. We drove by the Tesla on the street, and I caught a glimpse of the license plate, and the license plate said manifest. It was spelled like with an M and then maybe a 4, NIFST or something like that. And I didn't know if my eyes were deceiving me. And I said to him, oh my gosh, can you go around the corner? Like, I think I just saw something really crazy. We went around the corner and I ended up taking a picture of it. It was basically this Tesla with the license plate manifest on it. And I was like, that's amazing. I love that. And so, you know, life was just giving me little like sweet little surprises, right? Just telling me like, hey, yeah, life is fun and you're creating and here you go. So after I'd say a few months of the Tesla being like really present for me in my awareness, I still knew I wanted one, but I stopped focusing on it so much. I wasn't ever focusing too much on it, but maybe thinking about it like every day or something, or every couple days. And then it kind of left my awareness. Other things became present for me, and like having a Tesla wasn't so present for me for, I'd say, a couple months, which was fine. It just felt like, oh, okay. Like, and I still would see them and I still liked them and I still knew that I probably wanted to get one. But it just wasn't that present for me. And then I remember actually maybe like 6 months before I got this Tesla, I entered into a contest to win a Tesla. I was like, it like popped up in my email randomly, a contest to win a Tesla. And I was like, well, okay, I'll just enter this. And I entered the contest and did not win the Tesla. And I talked about this when I did a post about my Tesla in my community tab on YouTube. I didn't win the Tesla, but that didn't mean I wasn't going to get a Tesla. So this is a good example of like, you just live in the end, or you just know it's going to be yours, or you just like stay true to your desire until it manifests. And there may be things that happen in the outer reality that make you feel like you're not going to get it. Like maybe things happen and makes you feel like you're not going to get it the way you expected to get it. But don't let that discourage you from your desire and from continuing to believe in your desire. Okay, so then I'd say a few months before I eventually got the Tesla, it became more and more present for me. I decided to move to Los Angeles. I knew if I was in Los Angeles, I would need a car. And I went and test drove a Tesla, I'd say in maybe April maybe it was February. I can't remember when it was, but a few months before I ended up getting this car, I went and test drove one. And at that point, that was a few months before I actually got the car. At that point, I was like, oh, this is happening. Like, this is happening. I test drove it. I felt it. I knew which one I wanted. And the people at Tesla where I had test drove, they just started contacting me, and I started the process of getting the Tesla. And how I ended up getting it was I bought it. I bought the Tesla. So that's another thing about manifesting. It doesn't always mean, we can choose, if you want to say, I'm going to receive something and I'm going to receive it for free, that's totally fine. But the reason it totally feels like a legit manifestation, someone asked me this, it's like, wait, if you bought it, how is it a manifestation? It was like, well, I ended up in the position where it's very easy for me to buy a Tesla. A year before buying it, I knew I wanted one. I wasn't in that position then. I became in the position. I like found myself in the position where I could easily buy a Tesla. I bought it. That's it. Now I have a Tesla. And, the manifestation, I literally bought it probably a year, like almost a year after that dinner party. So the dinner party happened, and a year later I had my Tesla. But the thing about it, and this is like the thing about manifestations in general, it just felt so, I'm gonna roll down my window, it's hot in here. It just felt so natural. By the time I had the Tesla, it was like so obvious I was gonna have the Tesla, It was like, oh, that's my car. Okay, great, like awesome. So that's my story. It's very simple. It's really just a matter of choosing it, knowing it's going to be mine. And perhaps if I had stuck with it, so it took about a year to manifest. However, I wasn't really focused on it for a lot of that time. Had it been like my main priority, I think it would have manifested sooner. Yeah. if I was really, really focused in on it, I didn't really care about the timeline too much. I wanted to have it when I was in Los Angeles, and I got it when I was in Los Angeles. So it's actually really simple and almost not like it's not really climactic. It's like, I knew I was going to have a Tesla. Now I have a Tesla. It's that simple. So anyways, this is my story of manifesting a Tesla. Oh, and if you are thinking about manifesting a Tesla, if you're thinking about buying a Tesla, I will link my code down there. If you could use my code when you're buying a Tesla if you want. And by using my code, I think we both get I don't know, gifts or something from Tesla. We get different things that they offer out from using someone's code. So I'll put my code directly below, but this is the story. It's very simple. I knew I was going to have a Tesla. Nothing in me thought that that wasn't possible. No, I just knew I was going to have a Tesla. I knew I could have one. I got one. So this is it, guys. Yeah, and I love it. And I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning to do the self-drive. It's a little bit scary to let this car drive me around, but it's also fun. It feels like the future, so I'm into it. So let me know what you think about this video below, and thanks for being here. I'll see you soon. Bye.